Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so we are doing something a little different today. We are going to go on a journey of reading a book, which does not sound that crazy for this channel because, this is a book channel. We talk about books here, but we don't really read books. I just tell you about the books that I have read. I don't really take you on a journey of me actually reading them. But that is what we are doing today because I found on Twitter a book that was so unhinged that I was just like, I'm so curious. And the book that we are reading today is going to be Pounded by Produce by G.M. Ferry, a veggie love tale. This is basically exactly what you think it is. It is Veggie Tales inspired smut. And when I saw that on Twitter, I was like, this is absurd. I have to know. I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Now, I will be honest. At first, I was like, okay, I just need to get this on audio because, like, I don't really want this physically on my collection. No offense, but like, I live with my mother. I don't really want any questions about anything. I don't. She might watch this video in all honesty, so oh well. Don't kill me. Like don't kill me. Anyway, but yeah, but so I was originally going to just get this on audio, but then I couldn't find it on audio, so I ordered it from the author's website. It's apparently an indie author, which of course it is. Support indie authors. We love indie authors. So yes. So that is what we are reading today. We are going to go on this journey together of reading VeggieTales inspired smut. Because why not? Why not? There are some things in life that are so freaking absurd that you just make you so curious. At least they do with me. There are sometimes a book that comes around where I'm just like, what the fuck is with your brain that makes you come up with this? I'm so curious to know more about your brain and your creativity and everything. Because why not? Why not? Anyway, if you're here for that, then keep on watching. And yeah, I hope that we have a good time with this. Okay, so I'm coming in to give an initial update on reading this book. I am 3 chapters in, and I think what I'm going to do for these updates is I'm just going to go over what has happened and then give my thoughts on what is going on currently. Why do I need to explain that? Because literally that's what normal booktubers do. So I don't know why I felt the need to explain that. Anyway, what is going on? What is going on? So first 3 chapters, it's basically just really setting the scene so far. So we have these 3 main characters, and we are getting a POV from each of the 3 main characters. I've only gotten 2 of the POVs so far, but the main lady that we're following is this woman named Emily, and her whole thing is that she just recently got out of an abusive relationship. Her ex-boyfriend like completely cut her off from the world basically, so she has like no reliable friends, not really much family, no like job or anything because her ex was like very controlling and everything. She's got out of that relationship and she's basically starting her life from scratch. And she is like desperate for a job. She desperately needs money. She desperately needs a place to live and everything. And she finds this job in the newspaper where this church or parish, apparently it's like a special kind of church, but like this church is hiring a live-in cook, and it's like in the middle of nowhere. It pays decently. It's got like room and board. You're a live-in cook, and she's like, hell yeah, I am going to this. I'm going to this. I need a job. I need a place to live. This is perfect for me. So I am going here. And that's kind of where we are with her. I also got a POV from one of the priests. His name is Robert, and he is the one that is going to be turning into the tomato. So there is Robert and Laurent. Laurent is the other priest. He's going to be the cucumber. I've not gotten to his POV yet, but Robert and Laurent, they are the priests here at this church. And Robert, from his POV, he gives us like a little rundown of their history together. Robert comes from also an abusive family and stuff like that. So yeah, when he like became of age to become like a priest or whatever, it was kind of like his opportunity to like get the hell out of his family and whatever. So like he took it the first chance he got. Lauren, on the other hand, he kind of just like moved around a lot and had like a nice family, so we don't really know what drove him to kind of going to this church and becoming a priest and all this as like a form of escape for him, for our other 2 characters, this whole thing has been like an escape for them. So anyway, but Basically, their whole history is that they met in preschool, basically, like priest college. Apparently there's like special priest universities or whatever. I don't know. Seminary school, if y'all know what that is, more power to you, because I had no idea what that was until now. But apparently, Robert and Lauren met in like priest university, basically, and they were roommates and all this stuff. And Robert kinda was figuring out at that time that he is bisexual. Of course, as like a Catholic priest, that's like a no-no. So he doesn't really get into those feelings. But like, there were a few times in college when the two of them would like mess around a little bit and like, like yoink yoink in front of each other and stuff like that. So there is that. So obviously they are attracted to each other and they are also attracted to women. So we're kind of setting the scene for a throuple situation. But where I am currently is Emily's at the church. She just moved in. She just met the priest and she's like, fuck. These priests are fucking hot as hell. Obviously, we know why we're here. We know why we're here. The cover knows why we are here too. So, like, we are not expecting a literary masterpiece. But am I expecting a fun time? Hell yeah, I'm expecting a fun time. And I'm interested to see what happens next. So, I made it up to chapter 10 in this thing. So, let's recap a little bit about what's going on. Okay, so Emily has a freaky dream pertaining to, well, obviously the priest and cucumbers. So she has that dream and she wakes up in the middle of the night like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I need a midnight snack to like calm the fuck down. So she goes down to the kitchen and she properly meets the priest Father Laurent at that point. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the basic characterization between the two priests is Robert is the more like uptight priest. He's like a more stickler of the rules and everything, and Laurent is more like laid back, go with the flow. Like, okay, we can bend the rules of the Bible a little bit, like it's all good. So that's kind of the basic characterization of the two priests. But now Emily goes down to the kitchen. She finds Father Lord, and he's having a midnight snack as well. And they share, a moment. They are sharing a nice little moment together, and that is basically their proper introduction. Next, we cut to Father Lawrence POV the next morning when there is the church service going on. And he's basically just observing and lusting after Father Robert the entire time. And we learn a few things. One, the reason that Father Lawrence became a priest is because he was in a similar life position to Emily, where he was just like kind of directionless and he figured like, okay, what the hell, this place is like hiring, that this college is like accepting, so like what the hell, sure, like why not, maybe this is my calling in life, I don't know, and here we are. And two, we also learned that Laurent is also bi and has had a long-standing crush on Robert, to the point where like we're like he's basically his soulmate. That's kind of the gist of it, is like Lord desperately has always wanted Robert, but obviously because Mr. Stickler of the rules and everything, and Catholicism and everything, he doesn't obviously confess his undying crush or anything. But now, after the church service, the two guys are like walking everybody out and everything, and there is this old woman in the church service who they've never seen before, and she's like creepy as fuck. And she comes up, and it's like an older woman, and she's like kind of a witch basically, but like they don't really say that she's a witch. But like she comes up to them, and she's like, okay, you know what? You two kind of need to be like honest about your feelings and everything, about your wants and everything. And you know what? Strange things happen under the harvest moon. The harvest moon is tonight. And you know what? That does some weird things, especially to people who bottle up their emotions like y'all. Okay, bye. And the two of them are like, okay, so she's batshit. Okay, anyway, ignore that old woman, girl, bye. But then later that night, we go back to Robert's POV, and we are like, oh my God, he is horny as fuck for Emily and also Lauren, but mostly Emily right now because she's new. And he is like, oh my gosh, I need to get myself under control. I cannot be having all of these sinful thoughts and desires about this new cook woman or my friend priest. Like, I need to go out into the garden and just drink myself to death. Like, why not? Because I need a little bit of relaxation to get rid of these horny ass thoughts for tonight. So he goes out into the garden. Laurent is there also. They share the bottle of wine and like basically pout and everything about like, oh my God, the woes of life, the woes of celibacy and everything. And then the next morning they wake up as a tomato and a cucumber. And they know that the other has been transformed, but they obviously can't like say or do anything. And Emily doesn't have any idea. She goes out into the garden to pick some fruit for like a salad that she's making for the church and whatever. And she picks up, Laurent and Robert, who are now obviously produce. And she's like, there's something different about these two. I can't bring myself to cut them up for the salad. Maybe it's the sight of a cucumber since my weird dream the other night. Maybe I just need to get myself under control. So she's like, fuck it. There's something weird about these fucking produce, and I am unhinged because I am fucking feral at this point. I need to get these thoughts under control about these goddamn priests. I need to stop lusting after these priests, so I am going to go to my room and take this produce and enjoy myself. Obviously, the guys have the time of their life, and she's having the time of her life also with everything. I'm not obviously saying everything that goes on, but you can kind of guess, especially based off of the shapes of the produce, what happens, what goes where. So yes, they have a very enjoyable time, and that is where we are in the story currently. And also, I have to say, like, Laurent, when he realizes that he's a cucumber, he is like, okay, I think this is a dream. But wait, no, no, no. This is actually real life. I don't know what the fuck happened to me, but like, this is real life. And you know what? I'm living for it. I'm living for it. This gorgeous woman and this hot ass man who is now a tomato that I've been lusting after for God knows how long is taking me aside. Like, I am here for it. While Robert is like fully convinced, like, oh my God, this is just a dream. This is alternate reality. Like, I don't know what conjured this dream, but I'm gonna wake up any minute now. So I'm just gonna enjoy this dream of being pleasured by this hot woman and this guy who I have a secret crush on, but I won't admit it for. So, like, yeah, very interesting little dichotomy right there. Now, I have to say, this book is funny as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be humorous, and I know that the humor will not work for everybody, but for me, the humor fucking works. I am so sorry. It is so funny to me. The writing is so over the top satirical, and it freaking works for me. It really, really does. This book knows it is so unserious, and it enjoys that so much. It really, really does. Let me just read like a passage or two that had me dying. Y'all probably won't laugh because, like I said, the humor is not for everybody, but for me, it does. It works. So this is in chapter 4. Emily is like in a dream. She is praying to God and like, basically being like, okay, help me navigate this new life, basically. But here is what she is praying. I want to let you know I'm open to whatever life you have for me. A horrible thought pops into my head. On second thought, I really don't want to be a nun. Don't get me wrong, the outfits are sick, and I'm totally down for the eternal female friendship bit, but I need a little dick every now and then. You understand, right? Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're praying that to God. The concept of like saying to God, no offense, being a nun sounds cool, the outfits are sick, but like I need to get laid every now and then. You understand, right? Like no offense. I'm sorry, that's funny as fuck to me. Where's the other passage that had me dying for a second? Hold on, let me find it. So this is from chapter 7. This is Lauren's POV. He has been turned into the cucumber at this point, and the passage goes, and Emily's taking them back to her bedroom for fun. And this is what it says. Her bedroom, We're going to her bedroom. I can understand the look on her face. She doesn't just want to eat me. She definitely wants me inside of her, but in an entirely different place. Praise the Lord for whatever the heck is going on right now, because God, do I fucking love being a cucumber. I'm so sorry. The writing is so fucking funny to me. Again, like I know it's not going to be for everybody. A lot of people are going to think that the writing is cringe, but for me, it is so funny. I'm so sorry. It is just good, plain turn off your brain and just go with it. It really, really is. That is what this book wants to be, and I'm here for it. I'm living for it. This is just fun. It's just pure fun so far. So yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I'm having a good time with it. I was honestly unsure if I would either be laughing or cringing the entire time, and I'm so glad that so far I'm just laughing the entire time because this is a hoot and holler. I'm quite having much fun time with this. So I've made it up to chapter 16 in this. So let's recap. She's had fun with the vegetables, aka the priest, and everybody's like tired out after it happens. And when everybody wakes up after their nap, the guys have turned back from vegetables into priest again. And so Emily's like, understandably, what the fuck? What the fuck are you two doing in here? Where the fuck did the vegetables go? What's going on? And the two guys are like, dude, I just had the craziest fucking dream ever. Wait, did you have the same dream too? Wait, was it not a dream? Hold on, wait, did we really just... Hold on. And Emily's like, oh my God, are these two batshit? These two think that they turned into vegetables? Are they fucking crazy? Oh my God, I can't. I can't. But also, whoa, they're really committed to thinking that they are vegetables. Oh my God. And so after this, things are awkward. Things are awkward for a little bit. Everyone's kind of avoiding each other. Emily's avoiding them like, oh my God, these guys are kind of insane a little bit, but I don't know. They seem really convinced, and there was really something weird about those vegetables that I used. So maybe I kind of believe them. Maybe I kind of don't. I don't know. I need more evidence. And Robert is actively avoiding Laurent because of, his internalized homophobia and everything. And praise be to God, I will not give in to my urges for men or women. So eventually there is like confessional day and Robert's in charge of it or whatever. And Laurent uses the opportunity to be like, bitch, you can't fucking avoid me now. I'm coming to confession. I'm coming to confess my feelings and whatever. And they have a little moment together, if you know. They kind of have a little moment together. And yeah, but Robert is still very much like, oh my God, this is so wrong. I can't give in to my human desires. I took a vow of priesthood and celibacy, so I need to adhere to that. I need to stop giving into these urges, blah blah blah. But later that night, when Emily has done the dinner and everything, and she is like, y'all, come here, we need to talk about what the fuck is going on. They're all talking, and they're like, okay. Maybe it's not so bad if we turn into vegetables. I don't know. Maybe, wait, hold on. Maybe we can convince ourselves that, like, this is a gift from God so that we can partake in these urges without breaking our vow of celibacy and sinning because vegetables can't sin. That's literally, that is a line from the book. Vegetables can't sin. Quote of the year. I love it. Now they're discussing this, and Laurent is really trying to convince the other two, especially Robert, that like, girl, is fine. If we're in vegetable form, we're not sinning. We can give in to the desires of each other. It's fine. And Emily's like, okay, weird, but I'm game. Sure, why the hell not? Like, what the hell, sure. Robert is very much like, oh my God, okay, I kind of want to, but I'm also not going to admit that I want to because I still don't want to be considered a sinner or whatever. So like, I'm gonna pretend that like I'm not hearing this. There are no feelings. There's nothing. I'm just close my ears. And then at that point, they turn into vegetables again. When they start denying their thoughts and feelings, they turn into vegetables again. And Emily's like, okay, they weren't fucking crazy. They actually do turn into vegetables. Great. Cool, cool. And so she brings them into her room and just like puts them on the floor for safekeeping so that nobody fucking eats them. The next day they wake up and Emily's like, okay, so y'all weren't fucking with me. Interesting. Yeah, y'all do fucking turn into vegetables. And so Lauren is very much again with the idea of like, okay, maybe this is a thing, maybe this is a gift from God so that we can give in to our human desires without breaking our vows and like being sinners because vegetables can't sin again. And Robert's like, okay, I'm warming up to this idea. I'm thinking, okay, I'm kind of here for it. I'm green because god damn it, you both are really hot. I really want you inside me and to be inside you. Like I can't help it. So so Robert is like, okay, if we turn into vegetables again, I agree. I agree. We can get into this thing. We can do that because you know what? You're right, King. Vegetables can't sin. Exactly, exactly. But again, they have a little moment and and Lauren is using this moment to try to be a little bit more open and everything and be like, okay, yes, we do have a little thing, right? Like we've always had a little thing between us, you and I besties, you and I Robert, we've always had a little thing, right? And Robert is very much still like, nope, I'm not going that far. I'm not admitting to feelings. I'm not admitting to having feelings for you because that goes against Catholicism and everything. And then they turn it into vegetables again because it's like again, you're denying when you're not being honest with yourself. Apparently, that's when you turn into vegetables. Apparently, apparently. And so after seeing these two turn into vegetables again, Emily picks them up off the floor, and here is what it says. Her breath heaves and her eyelids droop just from the sight of us in her hands. Oh my God, she moans. Why does just looking at you two make me so fucking horny? This is so fucked up. I can't. I can't. She's literally looking at the fucking cucumber and tomato and saying this shit. Girl, get it together. Girl, girl. I'm so sorry. This book is so ridiculous, but we knew that it would be. We knew that it would be. And it's delivering on the ridiculousness. And that's why I'm here for it. I'm here for the sheer absurdity of it. It's so fucking funny. I'm so sorry. It really is. I mean that in a very positive way because like I feel like books like these, like this and that book on TikTok where it was like the guy who turned into a door and he had to like um fuck the lady who who he was like the apartment door for her or whatever and like he had to like turn into a man like on every full moon or whatever. You know what book I'm talking about? That one, whatever it was called. I haven't read it yet. Um I say yet, like I'm never gonna read it. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will if this video does well. Maybe I'll give it a chance for another one of these videos. Anyway, but like I feel like that book and this book, I feel like these types of books are meant to be absurdist. Like yes, they are like part of the like erotica genre, so they are meant to be like very explicit, very smutty, very horny. But like I feel like that they are meant to be absurd. They are meant to be comedic. I really, really do. I don't feel like you're supposed to read like this or that other book that I was just talking about and be like, oh, let me just, let me just. I don't feel like you're supposed to do that with these books. I feel like you're supposed to be like, okay, this is fun. This is really fun. This is spicy, but this is also really just humorous and fun. I am having a ball. I'm having a ball. And that's exactly what I am with this. I'm having a ball. But anyway, so they're vegetables again. The priests are vegetables again. And Emily is like, okay, y'all got me really hot and heavy. Like produce. Ah, my God, produce just does it for me. So let's go back to bed. Let's go back to bed and have some fun and have some fun. And so they do that. And of course, obviously, the guys later wake up as men again and all this sort of stuff. And everything's good. Everything's chill. Everyone's like, okay, I could get used to this. I could get used to this. This is fun for me. This is fun for you. This is fun for you. Like, we're good. We're good. Like, I'm here for it. Until next Sunday rolls around. And at this point, we are seeing that, like, it's really distracting everybody. Like, everybody is really getting in their head, like, oh my God, I'm loving this. Like, I'm, like, this is, like, very exciting. This is, like, very everything, but like this is very much distracting as well. It's very, very distracting. And so it's Lauren's turn to do the sermon on Sunday, and he fucks it up completely. He is stumbling over his words. He is muttering under his breath explicitives. He is a damn mess. And so Robert is like, "Oh my God, what the hell? Like maybe our arrangement is doing bad things. Maybe it really is not a sign, a blessing from God. Maybe it's an act from the devil. Like because it's not having a positive effect on our work and everything. Like, maybe I should really talk to him about that." What makes it worse is apparently like their boss, the archbishop or whatever, is there in the audience that Sunday for a surprise like inspection, like employee inspection, and he sees Lauren cursing up a storm, not knowing a verse from another verse, all of this stuff, stumbling over his words and everything, and after the sermon is like, okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on with you two, well, but like y'all need to get it under control. Like maybe go on a vacation. Maybe go on a vacation. Do you want to go on a missionary trip? Like I, let's get you out of town a little bit. Like y'all need a break. Y'all need a break. Y'all need a break. Go do yoga up in the mountains and pray to God or something. Like I don't know. Maybe y'all need a little break. Like y'all need a little break. And so after that, there isn't a whole scene of that, by the way. We're just told that like the archbishop told them to like go take a vacation because like it was messy. But like, but like after that, Robert is very much like, girl, I'm pissed off. We got to get our shit together. Like this whole arrangement, we can't keep doing it. This whole vegetable thing, we can't keep doing it because obviously it's having bad consequences. It's not, it's messing with our head. Apparently, I thought that this was an act from God. Apparently, it's not because it's not having a positive impact on our life. I think it's satanic now. Like, oh my God, like it's the devil trying to tempt us and get us to turn against God and whatever. And Lauren's like, girl, can we be honest? Can we be honest? Okay, girl. Lauren is like, okay, we both know that I am not into as far up into God's ass as you are. Let's just be honest. Like, okay, like we both know that like I'm really only here because I have a huge fucking crush on you, right? Right. Okay, we know that. We know that. So like, can we just be honest about it for a second? Like you feel the same way about me all these damn years. Let's just be honest about it. Can we please be honest about it for 2 goddamn seconds? And so they have a moment that they start making out. They start making out full on in the church's office. Like, okay, go off. But then and they're fully into it. Like they're fully into it, but like eventually Robert comes to his quote unquote senses and is like, "Girl, get off me. Girl, get the fuck off me. Oh my God. Oh my God, ew. Like, oh my God, I can't break my vow of celibacy, especially with a man and all this sort of stuff. Ugh. Anyway, I have to go. I have to flee." And so he runs away. He runs away and slams the door. And and Lauren's like, "No, oh my God, wait, come back. Let's talk." Oh, but it's too late. You're already gone, and you're slamming the door. I'm so sorry. I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast with this. This is so much fun. I'm over halfway through this, by the way. It is very short, but like yeah, I'm over halfway through this. I'm on chapter 16. I'm past the 100-page mark, so I don't have that much left to go. So yeah, I will update y'all when I feel like it. So I've made it up to chapter 21, so I'm almost done with it. I've got about 30 pages left. So let's recap where we are so far. So we pick up with Emily, okay? She is in the garden, she's in the forest, and she is just like in a mood. She is like, I am so tired of this. Like, oh my God. One minute they're good, one minute they're not, one minute we want to do everything, one minute we don't. This is so fucking confusing. Like, can we just make up our minds? Like, oh my God. And then she finds Laurent in the woods doing the same thing, just like being depressed and everything, and like singing little songs to like make himself feel better and everything. Now, I have to tell you, it's been like a decade since I've watched VeggieTales, right? So I completely forgot what the characters' names were. So it did not dawn on me that the men in this book were named after the two leads on the show. It probably should have. Like that seems like a really obvious thing in hindsight, but it did not click for me initially until until Emily and Lauren are in the woods. They're discussing his songs, and he is like, "Oh, I would love to write children's music for the church someday. Maybe that would be fun, and I could do like silly songs with Lauren." Oh my God. Girl, that when I read that, I was just like, wait, Laurent, L, Larry, L, hold on. Rob, Bob is short for Robert. Hold on. Girl, hold on. It should have clicked before that, in all honesty, but like just the fact that that they were in the woods talking about like silly songs with Laurent, that I was immediately like, "Oh my God, I can't. I'm here." Okay. Anyway, they're in the woods, they're talking, they're getting their feelings out, and and Emily and Lauren are like, you know what? Low key fuck Robert. Because like I'm here for this. You're here for this. Like we both want this. It's just him. It's just his stuck in the mud ass. Like what the hell? And so the two of them decide to like give in to each other and they like ravish each other right there on the forest floor. I can only imagine that that was uncomfortable as fuck, but yeah, that's what happens. And then like a day goes by and I don't know, like Emily's out in the garden again. She loves the wilderness at this point, I guess. But she's out in the garden again. She's apparently lost her hat, and so she's like climbing a tree to get her hat out of the tree or whatever. And Robert is in his office, like sulking as usual, because he's like, oh my God, everything's a mess. I'm so mixed up. Da, 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 da. Like, oh my God, blah, whatever. And he sees Emily out in the yard climbing this tree, terribly, mind you. She's not athletic whatsoever. And he's like, oh my God, she's going to break her neck. Like, okay, okay, let me go see what the fuck she's doing. So he goes out there and he starts like climbing this tree to get her hat out and everything, and they're having a little moment and everything, and they're like clearing the air and being friendly again and all this sort of stuff, all good and good. And then as they're walking back to the church all friendly again, he has to ruin the moment because he's like, oh my God, we shouldn't have taken advantage of you like that. Like we were just taking what we wanted and everything. What we were giving into our worldly desires with you. We shouldn't do that. And she's like, hold on. Mind you, I'm fully grown here too. I wanted y'all's everything as much as y'all wanted mine. Like, hello? Like it takes three to tango. And so and so they get back to the church and he snaps kind of and like kisses her. And she's like thrown for a loop, like, okay, wait, you were just telling me like 10 seconds ago that you were sorry for giving into your worldly desires, and now you're kissing me. And then he immediately backtracks and is like, never again. That shouldn't happen ever again. So obviously Emily is like, again, whirlwind over here. Like, what the fuck? Make up your mind, dude. Like, the other priest knows what the fuck he wants. He wants the goods. Like, okay, you want the goods from both of us. You just ain't admitting it. Like, hello? Like, get it together. So later that night, Emily is like, in her head, like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy. Like, it would be so much easier if I could just love Laurent himself. But the thing is that we both really like Robert too. Like I know that we're into each other, but like it would feel a little incomplete if we just went our lives as a pair instead of a trio. Like we need that third person that ties us all together. We really, really do. And so she goes to the church and she goes into the confessional box and is like having a moment like, "Oh my God, I need guidance." Like, okay, Daddy Jesus, Daddy God, I don't that's literally what she says, Daddy God. If you can hear me, I give me some guidance. Give me some guidance. Okay, just let me read you this whole passage right here because I'm so sorry. I was reading this earlier today and I was cracking up. Y'all might cringe, but I don't care. It's my channel. Y'all are watching it. Y'all get to endure whatever the fuck I throw at you. Anyway, So she's at the confessional church thing and she's asking for guidance, right? So here she goes. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Shit, that sounded legit. I can't believe I remember that line from TV. Maybe I should come back when one of the priests is here so I can show off my Catholic skills. The thought of Laurent or Robert sitting on the other side of this box sends a heat wave to my core. My mind plays images of their low voices directing me how to atone for my sins, to get on my knees for them. Fuck. Daddy God would not like where my mind is right now. I clear my throat. Anyways, I think I've sinned a lot recently. I'm not sure. I haven't read the Bible before. Maybe that's a sin. So mark that down. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll get right on that. I pause for a second. Actually, no, I won't. That book is way too long and boring. I guess I'm sorry for lying about going to read the Bible. Anyways, let's get back on track. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just, and the next part as well. This may be harder than I thought. I drop my head staring up at the dark ceiling. It's just these two priests. They're messing with my head. I want them so bad, like biblically. It started as just a harmless crush. Then you went ahead and turned them into vegetables, and everything got a lot more complicated. Unless you didn't turn them into vegetables, and that's someone else's doing. But if that's the case, I'm not really talking to you right now. I'm probably talking to no one. I'm sorry. She's funny as fuck. I'm sorry. If nothing else, Emily's funny. And then, lo and behold, on the other side of the confessional wall, she hears Robert. Because apparently Robert's here for a confessional also. Like I'm assuming he was looking for guidance also, and he just like happened to hear her also. So he's here also, and he grows a pair, it seems. He gets a little authoritative and tells her what to do a little bit. And he comes around and they like have a little moment. They do. They have a little moment of a little, you know, everything. So that's fun. They're having a lot of fun together in the confessional booth. Lord help me. And but now when they're done, Robert is immediately like panicking once again, and it's like, no more, no more. Can't fucking give in to my worldly desires. I can't do this. I need to run away. I need to run away. Again, I ran away with Lauren. I need to run away with you two. Like, I need to run away. And Emily's again like, oh my God, make up your damn mind. Jesus Christ. 1 minute you want me, 1 minute you don't. And at this point in the novel, I was just really like, y'all, okay. The two of you, Emily and Lauren, y'all really should just run away together. Y'all really, really should. Leave Robert behind because he is a fucking mess. I'm so sorry. Like, Robert is getting on my nerves because he is very much like trying to control the situation and trying not to just control his own feelings, but everybody else's feelings and being like, no, none of us can do this. None of us can do this, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, girl. You can control your own feelings and what you do with your own body, but you can't tell those two what to do. Like, they're grown ass adults. They can do whatever the fuck they want with each other. Like, get over yourself. Either join in or get out. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Robert. Anyway, so that happens, and at this point, Emily's low key fed up. Emily's low key fed up, and low key so is Lauren, but Emily takes charge here and the next night at dinner make calls for everyone to come eat together so that we can all clear the air and figure out what the fuck is going on because this is so confusing, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So so we're all at the dinner table now, mind you. Yeah. And it's going interestingly with like Emily being like, okay, we need to clear this up, blah 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 blah. Lauren's like, okay, y'all know where I stand. I want the two of you. Y'all are delicious as fuck. And Robert's like, oh my God, like, I can't. I'm a man of God. I cannot, I'm a priest. I'm a priest. I cannot give in to this. And it's like, girl, you've been giving into it every 2 seconds. Get over yourself at this point. Lauren and Emily, mainly Lauren, is like trying to basically like get Robert to admit that he feels things at this point because he just won't fucking admit it, but we all know what the fuck he wants. He wants the two of them too, just like all three of them want each other. So Lauren starts being a little handsy with Miss Emily at the dinner table, and the two of them are like, does this make you jealous? do you want to join in? Like, you wish that this was you right now, don't you? And and Robert's initially like, oh my God, I can't watch this. I can't listen to this. I need to get up. I need to go away. But like I won't because this is entertaining. This is very intriguing. Like this is very intriguing, darling. And so the two of them, and so Emily and Lauren take it up a notch and start going at it on the dinner table right in front of Robert. And Robert's finally like spreading the legs, like, okay, okay. God forgive me. Like, I can't. Like, I gotta whip it out. Like, oh my God, this is so fucking hot. The two of you are so fucking hot. I wish I could join in. And so the two of them put on a show for Robert. And it's all going very well. Like it's like it feels like we're finally clearing the air and we're like finally getting where we need to go. And mind you, they don't turn into vegetables at this point because we're finally starting to admit that all the feelings that we have for each other. So, so again, leading to my theory of like, whatever. Then something happens. Now, I haven't mentioned this other character yet because she hasn't really been relevant in the plot at all yet, but there is another lady who works at the parish, Priya, whatever, parish, yeah. There's another lady who works at the parish. Her name is Gail. She's like the secretary or something, and she's been on vacation for most of this book. Like, good for her. But she's back from vacation now, and for some reason she decides to just like walk into the church and just like see what's going on. Like apparently, like I don't know, she just got back from the airport or something, and instead of going to her apartment or whatever, she's like, you know what? Let me go to the church and see if there's any phone calls or something. I don't know. She shows up at the church and she walks in on the three of them going at it on the dinner table. So she's freaked out. She screams. She runs away, and the three of them are like, "Oh, okay, pull this back on. Put this back on. Okay, we need to go calm her down because oh shit, we didn't mean to get caught like that." And I was just thinking like, Gail, honey, you need to go get the holy bleach for your eyes. Like I can't. Like girl, honey, oh girl, I feel bad for Gail. Jesus Christ. So Robert chases her down into the parking lot, and Gail's obviously like traumatized. She's like, "What the fuck? Oh my God, I need to resign. Like, I can't." And Robert's like, "No, you're fine. You didn't do anything. I'm so sorry. You know what? You're not at fault for this. You shouldn't take the fall for this. You shouldn't lose your job for this. Me and Lauren will go." To the Archbishop in the morning and resign because you know what you're right, that was totally out of line. You shouldn't have had to walk in on all that and see what the fuck was going on. So Robert and Laurent go to the Archbishop, mainly Robert, but they're both in attendance, and they obviously are fired. They're fired. They're no longer priest, and the Archbishop is like, I wish y'all the best. I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for you, especially. Yeah. So they're fired. They're done. And then they finally have a little moment, like a notably big moment where Robert is like, "Oh my God, I can't. You know what? I just need to go become a monk at this point. I really, really do. I really do. Like I can't." And Lauren's like, "Dude, stop it. Enough is a fucking enough. Like, oh my God. We both know you're fucking in love with me like I'm the fuck in love with you. Let's just be real about it. You want this good as much as I want that good, okay? Sir, let's be real. You want me, you want her, we both want you. Come on, come on. Let's just be honest about it. Like, oh my God. And like, do you not like what's not clicking? Like, what's not clicking? And Robert's like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. Like, in my past life, before I became a priest, I was really horrible to all my past partners. I just used people and I was really mean and everything. And Lawrence like, girl, that was like 15 goddamn years ago. Move the fuck on. Okay, like look, we're in the present day and age now. I want you, she wants you, we both want you, we all want each other. Let's just admit it at this point. Like, hello? And so they have a little session, they have a little moment together, and everything's good. And Lauren is feeling like, okay, Finally, he's finally touching me. I'm touching him. Like he's finally admitting that, like, we all want each other at this point. Like, it finally feels like we can make some damn progress. Like, okay, let's get into the throuple action. But after they climax and, the post everything clarity starts kicking in, then Robert once again gets scared and is like, no more. No more. That's it. That's he has that a famous attitude of like no more, no more, and he runs away again. And Lauren is like, "Oh my God, what the fuck, dude? I love you, you love me. Hello? Like what the fuck?" And Robert is like, "You need to get over that. I'm so sorry. You need to get over that because I need to go become a monk. I can't give into my worldly desires like this. Like I can't. I need to be internalized homophobia and all this stuff. I can't be bisexual and all this sort of stuff. I can't give in to my worldly desires with either one of you because that's just bad. No, I don't want to let myself be happy. So he's gone. He's gone and everything. So yeah, so that's where I currently am in the book. Now, it didn't say initially what happened to Emily after they all got caught, but I'm assuming she's fired too. Because I can't imagine that she gets away scot-free. So at this point, like, it's bad for all of them. They're homeless because they were living at the church. They're homeless, they're jobless. Oh, and they got relationship problems. Like it's three for three, bitch. Three strikes, you're out. Like, oh, it's bad for them. Girls and gays, put some F in the chat for them. Send some prayers, send some thoughts and prayers. Put some hearts in the chat for them, and we will see whether they get their happily ever after or not in the next update. Because I only have like 30 pages left. So yeah, so next time I update y'all, I should be finished with this. So yeah. Anyway. I finished it! Alrighty, so let's go over what happens in the last like 30 pages of this thing. So we pick back up with Emily, and she is in the forest. Again, she's a very nature-loving person, I assume. But she's in the forest, and she is very much just like thinking about life and everything, and like how the heck she gets out of this messy situation and what the next steps for her are. And she's like, you know what? Well, my relationships are probably in the dumpster fire. My career is over. Maybe I should just become a nun at this point. Like, yeah, maybe I should just become a nun because at least then I don't have to worry about all this messy ass stuff and at least I have a place to live, basically. Like, why not? Why not? Let's become a nun. Why not? And then that old woman from the church a while ago who told the guys about the like harvest moon and everything. She comes back and she freaks the shit out of Emily because she just appears out of nowhere. So Emily's like, "What the fuck?" Oh my God. And so the old woman is like, "I am a messenger of the cosmos. I have come to tell y'all what needs to be done. I have a message from the universe." And Emily's like, "Okay, sure. Why not? How much weirder can this get? Sure, what the hell? Why not?" And so and so Emily's like, "Okay, well, if you know about the dudes and their vegetable states, can you tell me why? Why? Just why? And how do we get rid of it? Like why? Why?" And she's like, "Well, I already told them everything that they need to know, but I'll give you a more in-depth version, darling. So, literally, the universe wants you three to be together. You are all starbound soulmates or whatever it's called. You are all bound to each other. You are all each other's true love. And the universe is trying to push you all together and give you this little nudge. And the curse that keeps turning your men into vegetables, yeah, it happens when all of you are together and at least one of you is lying about your feelings for each other. And we kind of already assumed that. We kind of already guessed that. But like it's good that at least got confirmed. Yeah, it is good that at least got confirmed. The old woman is like, "You have all the information that you need. Let your feelings and your heart guide your next steps." Everything. And so, yeah. So there is that. And then afterwards, we go back to Robert, and Robert is like, "I need to leave. I need to go because I am such a terrible person. I got both of these people fired because I couldn't control myself and my desires, and everything that I do always hurts people, like I said before, and all this sort of stuff. I cannot believe that I ruined these two people's lives. I need to flee. I need to flee and go be by myself somewhere so I don't hurt anybody else. But I at least need to say goodbye. And so he goes to Emily's room and he runs into Lawrence there as well, and the three of them meet up in Emily's room. And before anything can really be said, the guys turn back into vegetables because even though Robert was like, I need to leave and everything, like he doesn't really want to leave. So, like, he's lying about what he wants. He's lying about his feelings. So, vegetable time, vegetable time. Anyway, so Emily's like, oh my God, not this shit again. So, and she brings them into her room and sits them down on the bed, like, okay, y'all cannot fucking move. Y'all can't fucking interrupt me, so I'm gonna talk. I am going to blab your ears off it because we need to have an honest conversation here. And she is like, okay, the old witch told me what the fuck is going on, and here it is. We're all destined to be together, and we all know that we love each other, but someone, you, Robert, keeps like denying our feelings for each other, so that's why we're in this vegetable nonsense. But so I'm just gonna come out right and say it. I love the two of you. Like, I don't know, maybe that's a little selfish of me. Maybe I should only pick one, but I don't care. I have enough room in my heart for both of you. Like, I love both of you men so much. Hearing this confession of love, Robert is like, oh my God, she loves us both, and he loves us both. I don't have to choose. It isn't selfish of me to choose one of them or to choose none of them. I couldn't envision my life without both of them in it, and now I don't have to choose. Oh my God. And they still love me. I didn't ruin their lives. Oh my God. I didn't cause everything to be horrible between all of us. Oh my God. They're still here. And so he's like, okay, I'm willing to take a chance. I'm willing to finally own up and accept that I want this as well. I'm done hiding and pretending otherwise. And so the curse is broken. They are no longer vegetables at all. So yay, we love that for them. And then because the three of them are all together and they are all admitting to each other that they like each other, of course, they get tangled up in each other and start playing Twister in the bed. So, yeah, that's fun. That's fun. And then after that, we kind of just have to like figure out what comes next. Because like we're jobless, we're homeless. What comes next? Like, hello? So Emily wakes up in the middle of the night and goes down to the kitchen and finds that Gale lady there. And at first she's like, ooh, should I run? Cause like, ugh. But Gail's like, girl, sit down. Girl, sit down. Here's some coffee. Let's talk. And so Emily's like, okay, okay, why not? So Emily's like, I'm so sorry that you had to see all of that. I'm so sorry that you had to see me being served up on the table all deliciously like that, with the two guys salivating over me. And Gail's like, honey, I'm gonna be real with you. It was a shock to see you in the middle of it. It wasn't a shock to see them in the middle of it because girl, those two homoerotic bi bitches. I've been waiting for like 15 years for them to get together. And so Emily's like, oh, okay, sure, sure, but I'm still sorry that you had to see that. And Gail is like, you know what? In all honesty, it was a shock, but from what I saw, it was hot. So like I can understand your position. That's literally what she says. She literally says, from what I saw, it was hot. So I'd fall in love too if I were you. And I was just like, at that point, get it, Grandma. Go off. Because I don't know how old Gail is. I'm just picturing like an older woman. And so I was just like, go off, Grandma. Like, go off. Like, love that for you. I can't. And Gail's like, okay, well, obviously we know that they're fired and you're in the can too. So like just a few miles away, there's a great vegetable farm that's for sale. They grow lovely cucumbers and tomatoes over at that vegetable farm that's for sale. What? You could go over there. And Emily's like, oh, sure. Why not? Let's go talk about this with the guys. Why not? Let's go buy a cucumber tomato vegetable farm now. Cause why not? Of course, that fits the theme. That fits the theme that we're going for. Cause why not? Why not? And so that's what they do. And so the final chapter is flash forward into like 5 months. They are happily living on this farm and growing their produce and everything and all this stuff. And there is all kinds of entanglement going on. It's just every possible direction and position and which way and that you can imagine that they're doing. It has been done in the last 5 months, and every single fantasy and scenario that you can imagine they have done. So they are happy. They are happy. They are all in love. They got their happily ever after. And the final scene is, of course, all of them intertwined in each other, which the book was building up to for the entire time. And I'm very happy that it delivered, because if it hadn't delivered on all of them being intertwined simultaneously, I was going to be like, so what was the point? So what was the point of the throuple? But yes, they are all intertwined and happily living life together on a vegetable farm, growing cucumbers and tomatoes and whatever else produce that they want. And that is the end. That is the end of Pounded by Produce by G.M. Ferry, this literary masterpiece. In all honesty, I'm giving it 4. Is it really a 4-star book just based on like writing quality alone? No, absolutely not. We all know that. The author knows that. But like, it's fun. I rate books mostly, well, not purely, but mostly based off of how they make me feel and the experience that I had while reading them. So, I rate books emotionally. And this was just pure ass fun. I fucking had a blast with this book. It is so unhinged, but it's so much fun. Is it hot and heavy? Absolutely. Like, it really is. I won't lie. There were times, especially towards the end, where it was like, okay, calm down. Like, you calm down. Like, like, I'm sorry. There were which I wasn't expecting, but that's always a nice feeling. Okay. Oh my God. I feel like this video is TMI. I feel like I'm getting way too TMI in this video, but like I feel like that's you kind of have to, because like we're talking about a book like this. I feel like it's inevitable to get at least a little bit TMI. Anyway, but yeah, I had fun. Yeah. I don't know what else to say other than that. Like, I just had pure fun. The spice was fine. The plot, it was ridiculous and fun at the same time. The characters, nothing was very depthful about them, obviously, but like we didn't expect it to be, because like, girl, look at the length. Like, we're here for a certain kind of length. We're not here for like this kind of length, like we're here for a good time, not a long time. Anyway, but like, yeah, this was just pure fun. I'm so sorry. It made me laugh so fucking hard. There were so many times where I was just hooting and hollering at what was being said and everything, because I'm so sorry. Again, I keep saying it, but like, this book is so fucking funny. GM Fairy, you have a sense of humor that appeals to me. Yes, you do. Congrats on that. And honestly, honestly, I have to say, if this video does well, and y'all are here for this and want me to read more kooky ass books like this, I'm not opposed to the idea. I'm really, really not. When I saw this on Goodreads, to like rate it and everything, I got there was like a whole bunch of recommendations for like short erotic books that are like just as unhinged as this. Like, there was one about like a rape coming to life, there was a one about a scrub daddy coming to life, one about a Kool-Aid man, all this sort of stuff. And I was like, I'm never going to read that in my own time. But if the YouTube audience wants it, I'm not opposed to reading those, because there are just some things in life. There are sometimes a book comes around where it's just so unhinged in its concept, like this one, where I'm just like, I'm curious. I am so curious to know what the fuck it's about, especially like how the fuck your brain comes up with that concept. Like, Congrats to y'all who have such a creative mind like that. Like, oh my God, it's it's just fun. It's just pure, unserious, spicy fun. That is what we are here for. That is what the book delivered. So I'm happy. 4 stars. Like, it was a good time overall. I laughed, I had a good time. So yeah. So that is all of my thoughts and all of my journey completed with Pounded by Produce by G.M. Ferry, a veggie love tale, a VeggieTales inspired smut book. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below. And yeah, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, tell me other unhinged erotic books that you would like me to read, and I will take them into consideration. And I think that's everything. Anyway, bye.